Oh, Justin, hello, Dominic.
Hello. Jumped on for just a short period just to say hello.
Oh, good. You stay as long as you can, my friend.
Yep.
Justin's here somewhere. I don't know what he's doing.
Yeah.
I'm on the phone. I'll be there in a second.
Oh, okay. We just didn't know if you were with us or not. Look, I went out and mowed the lawn and it kicked up
Okay.
all kinds of dust and stuff. And so my
Oh no.
is what it is.
Yeah.
But I did it because there's a line of thunderstorms out west of me headed for me.
Oh shit.
And Bo just ate his dinner.
Oh good.
Good boy, Bo. You stay right there. Lay down. Can you see him laying there?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, good one.
Good boy. Man.
Don't know. Someone's asking about Canadian Drone Hub.
I haven't heard from him in long time.
Hey TJ.
Brenda.
Brenda.
Giggles is in the chat.
Mm-hmm.
Is he at work, do you know?
Don't know.
Alright,
You still on the phone, Justin?
no, I'm off now.
Good news, bad news, or just nothing
No,
special?
no, nothing special.
He said he's at work.
What's up, TJ? At work for the moment, so we'll see you in a few minutes, or
Yeah, I don't know what his moment is.
just walked in and laughed and left.
Yeah.
Who's it's funny, honey?
Don't know. No worries there, Brenda.
What's up, Brenda? TJ. Got Funny Honey and Doug the Third, whoever that is. I don't know who
Don't
that
know
is.
that
And
one,
Brenda.
but yeah, Brenda. It's funny, Honey knows Canadian Drone Hub, so
Yeah.
must know something.
Yeah, he hasn't been live in what, 2 years now.
Yeah.
At least.
He doesn't do any. He doesn't. In his last video was from like what, a year ago,
I
I
can't
think.
remember his last name, but his first name's Roger. Isn't it?
Hmm.
Let's have a look.
Yeah, it's Roger. But he, his last video I think was a year ago, and his last live stream was like 2 years ago.
Yeah.
It's Funny Honey. Is that an actual picture of you on your profile? I'm just curious. They got an older channel with a bunch of videos. Said I know y'all should probably been watching. Dominic, guess I need to put some content on my channel.
His channel's still up there.
Yeah, I'm just looking.
He's got 2.26K subscribers.
25th of April 2003 is the last. 2023, sorry, is the last.
I was like, that was pre-YouTube. Damn.
Yeah, sorry.
Google me.
2023. So just a little bit over 2 years.
Yeah. I was just looking at Jim's channel. His last live stream was now 3 years ago.
Yeah.
Doesn't seem like that long ago. So I was telling Dre this morning, I said, man, I can't believe it's been 2 years.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Is Canadian.
Here comes
Yeah.
Joe.
From what I've heard, he still does private live streams with people, but he doesn't do anything publicly. What I've heard, I don't know if that's still the case or not. That was a while back. I heard that.
Hello, Joe.
Hello, Joe.
You have not eaten dinner yet, no?
Joe's
Yeah,
got
my
that.
question is why on Zoom on YouTube, why on Paul's channel, every time one of y'all says something, it comes out full screen and don't have a combination of people.
Oh, it's on gallery. It's on full screen rather than gallery.
That's what he's got it set on.
Yep.
I don't think so. Let me check.
I got
Yeah,
gallery
it is. I
here.
just checked.
View, multi-speaker.
You have it on
Yeah,
full.
I want to put it on gallery, right?
Yeah, you. Why are you switching that? You
I
know,
did.
nothing to switch. You had
Maybe
to.
it's just.
Now, this computer doesn't like me, Joe.
Paul, the computer don't switch itself. You had to go in there
I'm
and
going to
press that
remind
button.
you that the next time you can't get something done and you're sitting there all frustrated and trying to figure out what the hell's
Listen
going
to you.
on.
Listen to you. The thing, you definitely pressed the button. When you went on, you probably just looked at it and hit it.
Well, they changed the format because it's all different. That's what I hate about YouTube or any of these channels is they can't leave well enough alone. They got to change here and change there and do this, do that. and they think they're doing me a favor, and they're not doing an old man favor.
Mm.
We had some funny business coming in this channel again.
Funny, honey.
Yeah, I saw that. See new people.
Yeah, she said that picture was, but she's older now. Yep, time's going by fast.
Yep.
Oh man.
Yep.
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 I feel the same way.
How's the vegetable animals doing?
Not liking it very well.
Vegetarians? They're not
Well,
eating
she
it?
don't. No, they eating it. She don't like it very well because she's not getting a lot.
Ah,
Like I said, she's been put on a diet and she knows it. I was running late 'cause I was making me a proper tea in the microwave.
ah. That's the best way to make it.
I'm telling
Dominic's laughing. Hey, Dominic's sitting over there thinking, good thing David's not here. Good thing
you.
David's
No,
not
we're
here.
trying to get David in. Might as well stir it a little. Right, Dominic?
Yep. Stir the pot.
Like if you say Dre, 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 that might happen too. I know if you say the best jambalaya is made in Louisiana, I know who's gonna show up.
Yeah.
I decided to get out and fly a little bit today because it's beautiful out there, right? So I went out to said I don't even know where I wanted to go. So I went out to Fontainebleau. But I said, I'm gonna take the Vada too. Went out to Fontainebleau, that new little playground. As I drove up, people were leaving the playground. So I said, good, right on time. And I tell you what, I realized it was too windy when I started and I felt the drift in it. But I did it anyway, clipped a couple of poles. Yeah. Didn't hurt the drone in it, but it's just anytime I got in between like a little vacuum, the sucker would drift somewhere.
Wow.
But it was fun. It was a little bit of fun. You got me out of here. 'Cause I had to go, I was going to pay the rent and I brought the drone with me. Loki, what did you do to your leg? Loki's walking on three legs, hopping with the back one on the other side.
Really?
Yeah, I think he's got arthritis.
Don't we all?
'Cause he was doing that the other day and then all of a sudden took off running like nothing was wrong. Or he's doing that because I'm not feeding him enough. He's trying to get more. Might be playing it.
How much overweight is he?
Not Loki. Loki's fine.
It's Tito is overweight?
Cleo,
Cleo.
just a girl.
Nice.
Yeah, just Cleo. She's the one. She's actually 4.2 pounds overweight,
What's she weigh?
12.4. What's wrong with your leg? You got to use your leg, stretch it.
Oh, she a plump little thing, ain't she?
But she's fat. She's a fat bitch. When she's my son got Nick when he was here, when she was trying to get through the dog door, she can go out fine. Coming back in, she got to climb up to get into the little ledge. When she gets there, she got to struggle and go through like this. And then when she was laying down on her back, she rolled over and she went to get herself up, and he was falling out. I said, "Yeah, I got to do something about this." But she'll run up and down the hallway like nothing's wrong with her.
Well, don't they have a weight loss medication for dogs?
They didn't tell me. I told her, I said, "Don't tell me anything unless you give me Ozempic for her. Dog Zempic, dog Zempic." But she's all right. Today she got one of the little hemp treats in the morning. She got a piece of bacon treat about this big. She's got about 5 or 6 pieces of what you call it, broccoli and beans. So that's the frozen stuff. Then I ate red beans and rice, and I took about 6 beans out of my red bean and gave it to each one of them.
What?
So they got about 6 beans like that out of the red
What are you
beans.
doing?
And then they got
Okay, well then just don't leave that
another hemp
sitting
treat,
there
and
before
that
the
was it.
dogs gets.
So that's really cut back on it. She hasn't had anything like the dog treats like I wouldn't give her. So and her dog food this morning, instead of me just pouring like a third of the cup in there, I just sprinkled enough to cover the bottom. So I've cut her back a lot. She's content with it because when she starts barking, I throw her a piece of broccoli and she's good. So she's not getting a lot of fat. So I'm thinking about 10 days, I'll start seeing a change. Maybe less
Yeah,
than
you
that.
just started it, what, yesterday?
Today.
Today, okay.
Today is really the first day. But they're doing all right. And it's funny because Tino, after I gave him the broccoli and everything, I came after the beans. Gave him the beans. I put it all in their dish. So they each had a dish with like 6 beans in it. He comes in, he looks at me, he balks at me, I said, "No, it's all done." He turned around, and walked away. He said, "Hell with this." He said he knows something's up. He knows something's up.
Roger, 30 minutes. Downbound traffic, so I think Victory down for 11 and, correction, 7 and 8.
My son was supposed to come get red beans and rice tonight, but he hasn't shown up. Or today, he hasn't shown up.
Roger.
I am expecting a call any minute from my other son. I haven't talked to him in a month. But he's back home now.
Oh, he's off the ship again?
He's been off the ship since Saturday. But he don't call me unless it's like Tuesday. He calls me Tuesday and Friday when he's on his way home. So he's probably not on his way home yet.
So your other son is getting ready to move?
Yeah, he's in it. Now I see why. He sent me a picture. That's him working with his friend, putting cabinets together.
Ah,
Okay.
So that's where he's at. He's over there making some money with his friend. That's even better. Let him do it. Because I was going to ask him where he's at. I had a feeling it might be the cabinets. Yeah, he's about 80% ready to move. All he's got to do is leave. You know, because I think he's leaving either the 13th or the 14th.
Is the ex out of his life now?
I don't know. He said he talked to her last night. She talked to him, and he talked to her. They talked. They said they've talked a couple of times, but that's all they've done is just talking. And he says he's going. He's leaving. He's done.
Does she work?
Oh yeah, she's a X-ray tech.
Okay.
And she's an X-ray tech with Oxford Medical Center. She's doing well.
So she probably makes a good salary then.
Oh yeah, and she got like a $20,000 sign-on bonus.
It'd be interesting to see if she doesn't follow him up there.
She ain't going over there. She just built a house. She ain't going over there. It's funny. She just said any word on my brackets or they lost in space. I was just looking for it before I even looked at that. It still says Port Charlotte, Florida.
Does it say out for delivery or what?
No, it says Port Charlotte, Florida as of May 29th. It might be sitting at the post office right there. Didn't come back to me. I'll find out tomorrow over here. Yeah, that's what I'm looking at. It says no such address.
Oh, is that what it says?
Yeah, it says, yeah, she had flipped the numbers. But the thing is, the person on the phone with me put the right address and her phone number in there. So why they didn't do their job?
It's government, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just updating every day. Port Charlotte, Port Charlotte, Port Charlotte, Port Charlotte, Port Charlotte. So it might be at that post office.
So what are you gonna do? Call the Port Charlotte post office?
No, like the only person you could call is the main number, and they can't do anything. She might have to call them because it's right there by her. Yeah, the Port Charlotte post office zip code 33952. Yeah, give them a call. Try to get them a call tomorrow. Because she said she put the woman that put it in there said that she was asking them to call her. It's crazy.
Well, I don't
That's
think the
happened.
post office is open till 5:30, but it's 5:21 now. You probably
No,
could at least give them a ring it up.
Yeah, if I don't have a number, you didn't give me a number. It's probably sitting somewhere waiting for somebody to figure it out because it didn't come back to me. And I know when I go to mine tomorrow and give them that, they're gonna say, "What's in Port Charlotte?" You know, why not? Yeah, Brenda, if you get a chance, give them a call tomorrow, or go to the if it's close to you, run over there and tell them what you're looking for. Give them the tracking number.
They're open till 6, it says.
Yeah, but she might have traffic and everything right now over there. Not
Take it
like
off.
here. Here it's right down the street. And they usually open till 6.
Yep, it's open till 6. But you could always call them, I think.
If they give you a number. I don't even have the number to the one here. I've got it buried in my phone because they called me one time and I kept it. But they won't give out the post office number.
You have to call like a
800.
hotline thing, yeah. Freaking stupid.
And I had to wait online 30 minutes for them to even answer. Yeah, there's property there, Lance. Microwave property. Out of my Marine Corps mug.
Nice.
Yeah, I designed that one. I actually got to redo my son since I'm away from the pick up captain. I'll redo it as a captain when give it to him because he'll have captain for a few years. You know, it's not like you just get promoted again.
There's the phone number right there.
They actually have no, it's 800 number. See, that's the basic number. All over the
Yeah.
same, Paul.
Yeah, if you call it, it's gonna redirect you to an automated system. And they'll make you jump
Yep.
through a bunch of hoops before it even contacts the local
Yeah.
post office.
Yep. It's easier if it's right there, just go.
There's a telephone number.
Now that might be it right there.
941-625-2397.
And you don't have to reimburse me for shipping. We just got to find the damn thing. I ain't worried about the shipping. Yeah, copy that and stick it in the chat to her.
Okay.
Yeah, just she's got to give him the tracking number.
Okay.
Yeah, actually did text her a number to another one on Main Street out there.
Okay, I'm gonna.
Yeah, put it in the chat.
Okay. Okay, I'm gonna drop off now. So
Okay, Dominic, where you
I'll
headed?
see you guys. I've got a private appointment to get to.
Okay. All right. Well,
Good night.
make sure you tip the girls well for that private stuff.
Yeah, well.
Okay.
He wants them to tip him well.
Yeah. Yeah, Brenda, I'd give him a call. I'd call him right now and just say, hey, I've been waiting for this and waiting for it. And the tracking information says that it's there. And that it was
Just let them
called,
know you got the address a little different.
and it was called in with an incorrect address, and it was corrected on the phone with the 800 number bunch.
Yeah, what? I gave him the right address. See, that happened to my son. I sent something up to him, and had the address messed up. He did the same. I inverted it when he had just moved, and I called him up and gave him the address. Said, "Yeah, we take care of it. We'll do it tomorrow." And that was in North Carolina. So, all depends on who you get.
Yeah, Lance wants to know if that's proper tea that you're drinking right now, Joe.
I told him that a long time ago. I said, "Yes, it was in my Marine Corps cup."
I stand over every morning and look at that flag waving.
What's wrong with your leg? What's wrong with that leg? What's wrong with that leg? You too. Your leg hurt? Or your foot? And Cleo's laying underneath my feet basically in case she thinks I eat something and drop it. We had a breaking news come across. I thought they caught that guy. One of the guys that is that escaped, the
Yeah.
main guy, the one that's the most problem.
They got
He
him, huh?
no, they ain't got him. He did a video and gave it to the news, sent it to the news saying that he was innocent, he wasn't guilty of the charges they trying to do, he got framed and it was racial and he's doing all that stuff. But yet he escaped from prison. So that's the way to do it. Tell you, they're showing that it was just showing that guy in Boulder, right? And the
Yeah.
guy was standing over there in the shirt with two Molotovs in his hand, and the cops walking up to him with his hand like this, with the gun real long, real
Low. Yeah.
not just taking his time. I was telling Justin about that. He said, "Man, I'd have shot him 3 or 4 times."
Yep.
He said, "You got that thing in his hand, I'm gonna shoot him 2 or 3 times at least." I'm gonna get them a hamster wheel, big hamster wheel, so they'll run on it. Make them run on it. Because Tino just got up and he's walking to the back like he's an old man.
Well, you don't take them for regular out for walks, do you?
You ought to see the running they doing here. It's hard to take 3 of them out.
Victory, sir. Traffic, go ahead.
I may start taking them out one at a time.
Yeah, there's the cop walking up to him right now. He went down on the ground.
Yeah, there's one on the ground with him. The original cop walking up to him, it was like he got 2 Molotov cocktails in his hand. You shoot him.
Roger, sorry, traffic.
Yeah, they arrested the whole family, the kids and all, because all of them are here past their visas. Everything expired, so they said, "You're not staying here." They were supposed to leave like a year or 2 years ago.
Let us know, Brenda, how you make out. I don't know if you're going to contact them tonight, but if it was me, I'd make the phone call now and then go from there. But
Yeah, let me know. Let me know. I just know dealing with the post office, sometimes you just leave it alone and show up somewhere.
Yeah, because she still got a half hour before they close.
That means that you got a rush probably there. Everybody's busy. That's what happens over here the last half hour and right in the morning. You wait in line.
God, this great big huge dog, long hair, good looking dog, was being walked out here. His legs are like that. His body's like this, you know?
That sounds like that little one I got.
Yeah. If he was a large sized dog, he'd almost look like he's got the hair of a collie, you know?
Yeah. Well, her hair when her legs are so short that her hair almost touches the ground.
Yeah, well his was drifting down there too. And he was just prancing along on the sidewalk.
Yanni looks like he was having fun today with chasing boats out on the lake he's at.
Hello, hello, hello. There we go. I don't know what the fuck that was about, dude. I'm getting so sick of Zoom. Keeps fucking with my microphones. It's the only one that's doing it. So they're sending that whole family back, Joe?
That's what they said. Because apparently, I think he was extended once, then it expired, and he hasn't left. He hadn't applied for a new visa, and the family same thing. It's been expired for a year, 2 years, something like that. And they said they could deport him as early as tonight. Yeah, it says could be deported tonight. Well, they're not playing.
No, they're not.
The old man mined, I forgot to check the gate and see if it latched when I left front yard to the backyard where I put the zero turn, and it did latch. Sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't. All I need is Boone to run away.
Tired these fucking things falling off.
Here comes Mark. I think it's here comes Mark.
I'm here.
There he is.
Uh-huh.
Did you had a doctor's appointment this afternoon, Mark?
No, nothing today. I've
Oh,
got
okay.
to go and have me angioplasty tomorrow. So I'm not staying on late because I've got to go to bed early. I've got to get up early. And I certainly won't be here, I don't think, for the morning one. I might be here for the afternoon one.
Oh, we hope all goes well, right, Joe?
It should.
Depends on how I feel when I get home.
It should go well.
Mm-hmm. Well, they say there's only a less than 1% chance of me dying, so
You're saying the odds are in your favor, huh?
yeah.
Black.
Mad Props is giving Johnny a hard time. He's saying he was showing pictures of the boats, and Mad Props told him you got to get like Joe and chase him.
I told him he needed to get on that guy that was being pulled behind it on the board. I thought you were gonna get on one of them boards. No, all he was doing was sitting there and turning the drone. He wasn't going behind him, chasing
Yeah.
him. You got to be right behind him when they take off. Let the water go over your drone.
Well, Randy noticed.
And Randy does that. He flies in between trees and hits the mast and the wires on sailboats.
Mm.
Oh,
Like I
yeah.
said, the day Eric me when I turned into go up that walkway with the sides and clip the pole as soon as I tried to get into it. What you got, Justin?
Oh, I was gonna say I've seen Randy's videos. He's
Yeah.
very
He
good
flies that
example
thing.
for new flyers.
Yeah.
What not to do. Come back at me in the chat. Yeah. I seem like I use way too many wire ties. Go through so many of these damn things. So I'm ordering by the hundreds. Always fixing something with the wire tie.
Well, y'all do that to me with the pole. Just one pole, you know. Got a second one today though.
Oh, you
I
got a
didn't get it
second
hard
pole?
enough. Yeah, it wasn't hard enough. Yeah,
That's
it was 20-mile-an-hour gust, and I said, "Yeah, I'm gonna try it anyway." And when I made the turn and flew into the wind, as soon as I made that turn into the wind, instead of it just going right into the thing, it just went. Boop, and bounced off the pole. It didn't do anything. Bounced off the pole, went up a little bit. I got it back. Got it, went back in between. It was a walkway with the gate on the side. And followed it up, made the turn around into the wind again, clip off the other side of the pole. I said, oh Lord help me, get out of here. I did the second one. I went, Lord help me, getting out of this. When I went through the thing, I said, the hell with going back in there. Because I was gonna do the whole inside of the playground, all of it. I was gonna fly the whole thing. I didn't go to the other side and come up and say, I'm not trying that. Then there was some kids walking across because there was nobody there, and they were there with their grandparents, and they saw the drone. I heard them holler, "He's got a drone like this." So I said, "Well, let me get back around here and get it landed because they're getting ready to go in there." And I was bringing it around. I knew where they were about because I saw them. I could see where they were, and they sat in a like a little bench area. And as I came back around the thing, they both waved at me. You know. I told him, I said, so here's the card. Check out later. You'll see yourself waving at me. You know. The grandmother said, oh, that was neat. I said, yeah, a little too windy. I shouldn't have been doing it. Like right now, I'm watching the trees bouncing around. And it didn't help also that I was at almost a 5 kp index. See, right now it's 8 and 20. KP is 267. It was 4 something, and it was 8 and 20 earlier.
Yeah, the KP was 3 here.
But I had satellites. That was no big deal. It was the wind that when I made that turn into the wind, it shifted it just enough. Because I wasn't going too fast. I was going about 10 miles an hour. As I made the turn, it kind of pushed it right into it. If I'd have been going 14 or 15, I probably wouldn't hit it. Because I've been fighting the wind.
Oh, the first drone meetup, Randy, I smacked a tree and didn't even realize until I got home and edited the footage.
Yeah.
There was no damage to the props or anything. I happened to hit a tree branch and you could see it clear as day when I hit it. And I was lucky because the drone was over the water when I did it.
Yeah, Randy was lucky because it landed, I think it was in a tree. He said, right? It was in a tree or right next to a tree. And it was right before it was in the water.
His friend caught it out of the tree right before it hit the water.
Mm-hmm. Not like mine. Mine hit the pole. They had concrete all around it, but it went in different ways. I did
Yeah,
that one. Go ahead.
I was gonna say I didn't realize I hit the tree because it was so fucking just hot and sunny and windy that day.
Yeah.
I mean, it wasn't bad out, but it was just a lot of wind.
It was like that day I didn't realize that girl flashed me in the boat because I was worried about the boats.
And sometimes you don't see the shit till afterwards.
Yeah.
Especially when you're looking at a cell phone size screen just slightly bigger.
Yeah.
You
And
don't
it's just bright
notice the
enough.
little
You can
details.
see what you're doing, but you can't get all the detail.
Yeah. That's why I said my S23 is a 1750 nits outside. And that still struggles when it's in direct sunlight.
That's
And
why it's so much better with the goggles.
oh yeah, I can imagine. It's like having it's like you're sitting in a dark theater room while you're flying.
Yeah.
Yeah. As long as you don't have no light seepage come through the goggles, yeah, it's like sitting in a dark theater.
That's why I
Easy
kind
to
of
see.
wish that I could hook. I said I got to find out if I could. Said I'd have to hook a phone up some kind of way. There's probably a way to do it. I probably have to do a ride along with the goggles because there's. I know you can do it with the map. I don't know if it's the goggles or I know Integris could. I could do the ride along with the Integras. I could with the motion, but you got to use the motion control. It might be the motion control 3. I got to ask Johnny. I think it might be the motion control 3. We had the Avatas at the time, the Avata 2s at the time. I might be able to fly the Mavic 3 with the goggles.
Johnny hasn't got a Mavic 3.
No, but it did an Air 3, the Air 3 and the Air 3S too. Air 3, not the Air, I don't know. I know
Well,
it's Air
don't-
3 it did it.
Don't most of the drones have like an FPV mode?
Yeah, but that's
just-
you're still working with the screen.
It just locks the diagonal movement of the camera so that the horizon shifts instead of it straightening it.
But I know that, but it doesn't give you like the option to use goggles with them.
No,
Not all of them.
Honestly, that should be pretty standard across the board.
Yeah, because I tell you, the only thing that Johnny flew with the Air, it was the Air 3 with the goggles. I'm pretty sure it was Integra goggles. And he said, yeah, that was fun, but I'm not going to do that often because he's going to forget that it has the Air 3 and it's not like the Avata, you know?
Now imagine having a drone with your goggles on, like say like a Mavic 4 or whatever, and imagine having 360-degree view where you could look down, up behind the drone and
Oh,
be
that
able
would
to
be
see
great.
it. That's what they need to do.
Well, you could get disoriented though if you move your head and it gave you different views. How would you avoid an obstacle?
Not really.
You're seeing it like you
You-
walk, like you're the drone.
Yeah, like you're walking and you're looking around. That's like the same
Well,
thing.
you do have head tracking where
You
they
would
got
be
head
able to-
tracking where you can fly and turn and the drone will go with it.
And then your drone would be able to tell, like you'd be able to tell which direction you're looking because it would tell you where the front of
Yeah.
the drone and the back of the drone was. It's not like you would
That's what-
just wouldn't be able to figure out where you're at.
And that's what head tracking does. When you're flying, yeah, it was a goggles 3 RC2 with the Air 3. But
But
you
it-
got head tracking where you look to the side and the camera looks to the side. You know, it's like where you're looking, it's looking.
Yeah, but I'm talking about being the drone's just going
Yeah,
and you
that
can
would be
turn and look without the drone actually deviating. It's almost like a 360 camera type look, you know?
that'd
Because
be cool.
that is what head tracking does. It turns the drone on its axis, but it carries on going in the direction it was.
yeah, but this would be not having to turn the drone. You'd have multiple
Yeah.
cameras around the drone.
Mm.
So like the F-35, right? The heads-up display they have for it, for
Yeah.
the helmet, they can actually look through the aircraft. They can look behind the aircraft. So wherever that heads-up display looks, the aircraft disappears, and they can see what's out on there without the aircraft being in their way. That's what I'm talking about. That kind of display would be
Well,
badass.
Because you can now look out of the sensors on some of them. So you
Yeah,
can
but you can't
Just-
see that good that jump.
That was just them using something that was already built in to make a crap feature that people.
with the Mavic 4, they've got really good vision out of the sensors. So it's a lot better.
Yeah, the Mavic 4 is supposed to be a good one. Hey, Jody.
But the thing is that something you're really going to use?
Depends on what you're doing.
Just seems like one of those gimmicky like features.
Yeah, you can look at them, but they're in black and white. They don't give you the same color.
Right.
Well, I don't know. The Mavic 4 does them in color, probably black and white. But
Yeah.
if it did, it'd be cool if you could, because you tap on it and you can look to the side and see the sensors. See, because if you close to something, you can click on that side and see where it's at.
And if you're
But
flying,
it's always been distorted to me.
if you're flying sideways looking at something, you can also look out the side sensors in picture to see whether anything's
Like when Paul was flying sideways, if he'd have been looking out the sensors, he could have seen that tree. But he didn't have sensors on that one to do that. I know that one thing about the Mavic 4 was Russ was showing it. There was a sunflower or some kind of flower that he flew it towards,
Oh,
and
yeah.
that picked up that flower and wouldn't let him go any closer.
Yeah, there's a sunflower stalk.
Yeah. You see, and that's what I'm saying again. If even if the Mavic 4, Mavic 3, radar, the detection said, okay, obstacle avoidance said, I see something right there, I'm not going any forward. Mine saw me and still went forward. So,
Yeah.
defense rush. You got time to get that ship? Well, I'm gonna miss that ship, watch.
I can't unblock Tim. Murray has to do that
Who's blocked?
because Tim wants to be able to chat in the chat again, but I don't have it. Murray's gonna have to go in his YouTube studio and do that. Is it it doesn't give you the. I wish it would like if you're a moderator and you can hide somebody, it should give you the ability to pull that list up and unhide people or something. Like it's stupid. At least under a managing mod scenario, it should let you do that. You know,
You're not even a co-host.
no, I can't do shit.
You're not even a co-host. You must be punished.
And I can't get into his shit because he keeps getting the passwords. And I haven't.
Yep.
He's changed his YouTube password since last time I had it because it don't work anymore. So, at some point he changed it.
Yep. And he needs to make sure somebody's got it. He does. Well, we're gonna go through all this again.
Yeah, the biggest thing of me worrying that he's going to get locked out of his fucking YouTube account because he's
Yep.
had it for so long. I'd hate to see him get locked out of it. No, the only reason Facebook blocked that new account I made for him was because he was trying to sell on Marketplace too quick.
Yep.
They want you to be on there for a couple of weeks and not be screwing with Marketplace. He went right in there and made a listing and changed the price and it flagged it because that's exactly what the email said. Is the reason they shut it down because they thought he was trying to scam people on Facebook Marketplace.
He couldn't even win that fight.
It's so I guess it's a way of Facebook cutting down on people making an account and then not do it, and then immediately posting shit to scam people on Marketplace, so you can't do it in the first few weeks. But I mean, it ain't hard to make a bunch of accounts and just sit on them for a few weeks neither. So scammers will do that if they have to. They'll just make a whole new bundle of accounts every week. What is who almost cut their arm off? What?
Do what?
Oh, he's saying if you wouldn't have been looking out the sensors, you wouldn't have cut your damn arm near off.
Well, I've been looking out the sensors. I probably could have ducked.
The drone went into attack mode. Yeah,
Got a good bit of score tissue.
I've seen some video from those sensor cameras, and yeah, they're not that. Well, I haven't seen the newest one on the Mavic. They weren't all that great. But I think that system could be done, but it would probably take, what do you think, like a 6 camera system? Cause you'd have to have a camera on each side, probably one on the rear, one on the bottom and top, and then of course your main camera on the front.
Yeah, it just allows you to look through one sensor at a time, either on a small screen in the corner of your screen, or you can switch between the main view and have the sensor showing the whole screen and your main camera in a little corner.
I'm assuming in low light, those sensor cameras, are they better or are they worse?
I think that they're worse on most of them, but the low light on the new Mavic 4 is supposed to be a lot better on the sensors.
Oh, okay.
It only shows you that picture in black and white anyway.
Right, cause it's not a full-on camera.
Mm.
So what is the sensor just building a picture and putting it in black and white?
No idea.
Wonder how that works.
Well, the sensor must be able to see contrast, otherwise it won't know that there's something in front of it. So the fact that it's in black and white gives it the best contrast, I would imagine.
Huh.
That's why Marcus crashed into that wall, because there was literally no contrast. It just saw a white wall and thought it was okay to fly straight through it, basically, because it didn't see the fact that there was a wall there. It just saw a white screen.
Oh, there's Paul.
What's that? What I miss? What I miss?
The ship.
Tim wants to come back in the chat, but in order to unblock him, you gotta go to your YouTube studio.
You got to
I
do
get-
what?
Go to YouTube studio. I gotta tell you, I can tell you how to do it. It's not hard. Just go to your little emblem up in the corner, your little picture up in the corner of YouTube.
Yeah.
Click it, go down to YouTube studio.
Hi, Jody.
YouTube Studio. Yep.
Okay, give me a second here. That's it. Okay, so you're gonna go down to settings. Should be down on the bottom, on the left-hand side of your screen.
Yep.
Okay, then you're gonna go down to community moderators, moderation.
I got general, channel, upload defaults, permissions, community moderation.
Yeah, click on
Yeah.
that. Community moderation. And then you're gonna scroll down to hidden users. It should be
It
like
says it says managing moderator is Sarah Stickley.
yeah. But you're gonna go past that, go past standard moderator, and you're gonna see down at the very bottom, the last box is gonna be hidden users.
Just a minute, I'll screen share this. Can you see that?
Yeah, you gotta scroll down on the side. Yeah, use that scroll bar, go all the way down.
Out of the way.
Alright, then you're gonna go right there and you're gonna click Tim's names out of there. He has 2 accounts.
Tim,
just
who?
click-
What?
Jackson Gaming. Click the X right there. Next to his name. Jackson Gaming.
Right
Click
here?
the X. Yeah, click the X. Okay, scroll down through there. There you go. There's the other one. Go up and click the X on that one.
Tim Jackson?
Yeah, click the X. Okay, and then just hit save. And then it sometimes takes 24 hours from that the thing.
I didn't see my name on that. Damn.
Well, I see on mine it said something about 24 hours it could take up to take effect. So I don't know if it'll be instant or not. Oh, you gotta stop sharing there.
So who were those people that were on earlier? That
Oh, it's funny, honey.
it's funny. Yeah,
Yeah, she was a member of Roger's crew back in the day, like that.
yeah.
That
I
side.
guessed that from the fact she was going on about
She
drone
knows. She knows Paul.
Canadian drone hub. Yeah,
She said she knows all of us, so she may have been watching for a long
yeah.
time.
She
Just
probably has been watching for a while. Yeah, and I don't know who that Doug the Third is either. But all he said was hello, and that was the only thing he wrote.
yeah, I don't know. But
But yeah, I subscribed to what's it? She got 340 subscribers.
You're talking about Funny Honey?
yeah,
Yeah.
sure. And she's got a long, pretty decent history on there with videos too.
And
But
mostly showing cartoons and stuff. Yeah.
but we didn't even bring up Roger. She did, so that right there
Yeah, no,
tells
it's
us
yeah
that
that
she
she's been
definitely around. Because we were looking up Roger's channel, he hadn't even done anything in almost 2 years.
3 years.
Little over 2 years.
That Doug the Third is HSH.
What's up, Al, JD?
And he's got 123 videos on Doug the Third, 28 subscribers.
Oh wait, hold on. We're not in speaker mode, are we? On YouTube? Somebody
No,
else messaged.
I've got the gallery on.
No, somebody else messaged me and said we were on speaker.
Yeah, it was in the beginning.
Oh, it's not now?
No.
Okay.
And Lance.
Getting ready to mess with Johnny.
Oh yeah, she's talking in the chat there, Mark.
Hmm?
Funny Honey's talking. She was
All right.
answering.
Better put the chat back on then. JD as well.
Oh yeah. Maybe not check on.
Yeah, I said it's June 3rd and still no mini V-copter. Shipping says begins Q2 2025. That's June through August. They originally said June. I'm getting my money back.
Well,
You know,
yeah,
because he said somebody's gonna bitch about it right off the bat because they didn't get it June 1st, you know?
I'll take a look at some of them tomorrow when I get back from the hospital.
Yeah, they said in there shipping June 2025 Now on their site, it says shipping second quarter 2025. So they were in mass production back in March. April, they went into the sale thing. So if they got it in mass production, they were done. They should be shipping now.
What are you talking about shipping what?
That mini V copter Johnny and I bought. Yeah, he said somebody's gonna bitch about it when they don't have it the 1st of June. Like that's how I
Oh.
did that. I wrote that whole thing to him. I said they said first, they said June. Now they're saying the second quarter. That means it could be August. I'm getting my money back.
I'll just sit on it.
I'm just messing with him. I gotta stir some shit with Johnny. He ain't here. Just like what you call it? Randy, was it Randy? Huh? Yeah, Randy did.
No, you can't be picking on the elderly like that.
You got a point.
Yeah. Yeah, Brenda, Tim's all right. He just sometimes doesn't think before he says things, just like the rest of us.
Why are you all wet there, Paul?
Trying to work out a pain I got right here in my neck.
No, but you're all wet in the front. What'd you do?
Oh, I spilled some ice cream and I cleaned it off.
Thought maybe you went to the bathroom and got a crazy stream or something.
No.
Decided his shirt needed a sponge bath.
Oh man, it just.
When I went to that class,
It's right up here, right, just going up my neck.
That's bending over eating all that ice cream.
Oh. I'm gonna go take some pain pills.
Hey, Lance, when you get a second, when you get settled tonight, go check out that video of me flying through that playground. I was flying like you, bumping into things.
Oh man, I don't know. I don't know if I need to go to the hospital or not. It's like a pain that goes right up from here up into my skull.
Pulled muscle, Paul. Pulled
Yeah.
muscle, don't need to go to the hospital.
What's that?
It's a pulled muscle.
The
Probably
only
strained
thing,
something.
the only thing they're gonna give him at the hospital, maybe because of his age,
Pain
they might,
Tylenol.
they might give him some pain medication or like an inflammatory.
Ibuprofen.
Well, he's
Yeah.
got that already. They gave him some. That's from eating that ice cream, scooping it with that neck like that going.
When
You
I
know?
swallow too, it shoots up there.
It's brain freeze.
It's a muscle.
No, if I go into the hospital, man, I gotta be like needing surgery or something before they'll give you anything good. When you're Paul's age, though, you tend to get stuff a little easier.
If you go to the
Yeah.
hospital and tell them you got a little pain in my neck right there, you gotta sit there for 8 hours.
Yeah.
Not if you call an ambulance, they take you right in.
Not no more, they don't. Well, at least not around here, they don't.
Here they
They
do.
They stopped doing that during COVID. If you didn't have a life-threatening injury, your ass went out into the waiting room as soon as they got there. They still are doing that.
Yeah, they still do that here. If the ambulance takes you to the hospital, they take you into A&E, and if it's nothing urgent, you have to sit and wait like everybody else does.
Yeah, that's what they do here.
Al said
So-
to slow down shoveling the stuff in your mouth when you eat ice cream.
Yeah, just use a shorter spoon.
Hey, Jody, opposite.
Hmm?
So what did you do today? Did you go out and do anything?
Who, me?
Yeah,
I went out and mowed the lawn.
there you go.
How are you using the lawnmower if it's broken?
Well,
Right.
it doesn't have wheels on it, so just mow it anyway.
So you're just dragging it along?
Well, you set it for the height of the grass. So it's skimming along at about like this, cuts the grass
All right.
With no wheels.
with no wheels on the deck. Right.
You've
Wheels-
still got the wheels on the motor, just
Wheels
not
on the
on the
mower.
sides of the deck.
Yeah, he's talking about the little support wheels that
Mm.
for the zero turn.
Well, if it will do that, why worry about fixing them?
Well, that was my thought exactly.
Yeah.
Because it's not gonna fall off, right?
No, it's on there good because I can adjust it up and down right here from this handle and this handle
Well, then I'll just make sure they're off and don't worry about them.
is the brake. Yep.
It was just an
I
added
mean, more-
support, that's all it was.
Worst case scenario, you could always order like a set of caster wheels and just stick them on there. They'll just be that little, when it hits the ground, it stops it. That's what I would have done. Instead of trying to fix the bracket, I'd have just bought a whole new set of caster wheels and just drilled right through the deck and bolted them right in. Because it's really just for when it hits little bumps and it hits the ground, it keeps it from bending.
Yeah, it could be awkward drilling and putting a bolt through the deck. There's not a lot of clearance between the blades and the edge of the deck. That's why they weld on.
It does depend on how big the blade is.
Did you fill it with gas again? Had to fill it up with gas again?
Yeah.
That's probably what you did, because you said you hurt yourself last time.
Yeah, lifting the gas can. Yeah.
You just moved you got a muscle you strained that you probably haven't used in years.
Dude,
Plus, he uses it. He lifts his Boston creams and his ice cream every day.
Yeah, I'm telling you. And he's always using it, turning to see the different computers,
You guys see that?
Yep.
That's my deck. And see, there's a wheel there and a wheel there. They both have broken off.
yeah,
Yep.
it's just they're just support wheels for whenever it's rocking and it's hitting the ground, it's not twisting it real bad.
Well, that looked like a scam price.
It's to stop the blades from hitting the ground.
Well, I mean, there's an adjust the height adjustment should be different from those wheels though.
Yeah, how the hell are they going to ship that to me for $67.36?
Yeah, that don't sound right.
Hey,
I
John
guarantee
Deere
you that
42-inch mower deck for LA 105, 115, 125.
those things $500-600, so that's a scam.
No, they're expensive, them decks.
Not
Yeah,
unless
I
that
know,
was,
that's $60 for that deck. That's all right.
not unless that was a monthly charge for like 12 months.
Yeah,
Szechuan province.
oh, never, that's coming from China.
China. Don't forget to add the
China.
tariff.
That's where, what you call it, that
See,
DGI.
here's a used one here. They want $750. Here's another one. They want $750.
Yeah, I don't believe it.
$795.
Yeah, well, 65 becomes 750 when you add the tariff.
Yeah. Yeah, you're gonna get a gazillion dollar tariff. Oh man, you get a whole $10 off, man. That's a good
That's
thing.
on eBay.
I wouldn't buy it. Well, if it's working without the wheels, don't worry about it.
That's what I'm just gonna use it as it is.
You'll be all right. Somebody sooner or later will be able to weld it on for you.
Have them come out in the winter
No,
time.
I was
well,
going to, you're talking about when I was going to the hospital. That was when I had a big bad kidney stone for like a month and a half.
Yeah, I think mine's disappeared now because the pain's gone from my back.
Well, my problem is they would not take it out. And they just kept giving me this medicine to take to piss it out, and it was just too big.
Yeah, they try and dissolve it or at least break it up.
But they made me, and every time I'd go back to the hospital because they'd only give me a week's worth of meds, and it still didn't come out. I'd go back, they'd do all the same shit over, and I'd leave. And then finally, into the 6th week of them not doing anything, I went to Lakeland Hospital, and they admitted me almost like right on the spot. I had a bed within like 20 minutes after getting there. The doctor rushed me to a bed. Because he was mad. The doctor was super pissed because they x-rayed me 5 times in a month and a half at the hospital. And he's like, they should have never x-rayed you that much. He goes, they knew what was in you. He goes, they should have took it out after the first 3 times you came in. Or before he said on your 2nd or 3rd time coming in, he said they should have just took you in and admitted you.
It's not that easy.
So,
Something out of your kidney.
and he was mad too. Like this doctor was like,
careful doing anything around them.
but I just happened to meet one of those doctors that was very passionate about his work. Like you could tell this dude just was super pissed. He didn't think that I got the care I deserved. And then the nurse comes in and she goes, I don't know who you know. She goes, but the doctor ordered you a bed immediately. She goes, usually you have to wait a couple hours. And he told us to get you up there in the next 20 minutes. Like I didn't ask him for any of that. He just did it on his own. But the pain, man, is just insane on a kidney. So
Oh no, the first time I had one, I had to crawl up the stairs because I couldn't walk up.
and the crazy thing is they don't seem to really understand why kidney stones are a thing. They just know how to take care of them if they get them, Like the way the doctor was explaining it, he was like, he goes, people say it's caused from soda, this and this. He goes, but we really don't know what causes specific things to make it build up like that. So
they had a mom in South Carolina targeted at random. 6 young illegal aliens charged with the murder. I'm telling you.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna start carrying my gun even when I go to Walmart.
Well, the German police have gone back into Portugal now to search again for that girl, that 4-year-old girl that went missing 18 years ago.
Wow.
they think they might have had some more information about whereabouts she's buried. She just wandered off from her family's apartment that they were renting out for a holiday and never came back.
Was where was this girl from?
They were English.
Oh,
They were on holiday in Portugal in the Algarve.
oh wow. Don't you guys have like some kind of crazy serial killer running loose in the UK right now?
I really couldn't tell you. I've not heard of.
Well, maybe that was. Gotta find that video and I'll watch it. So.
It may be an old one. I think the last real serial killer we had was Fred West, the Yorkshire Ripper.
Well, there's some serial killers you'll never know exist neither.
Yeah.
Because they just don't ever piece it together. The cops don't, the authorities.
Yeah.
Because like
Yeah,
I think the.
Go ahead.
Oh, hold on. Let me look it up real quick. Go ahead.
I know a serial killer we see every once in a while. They haven't caught yet. TJ.
Yeah, he's good at killing.
He kills cereal every other day.
Mm.
He kills them by the bowlful.
Yeah.
TJ must still be at work.
Get down out of my face.
So yeah, the FBI kind of their estimates is there's anywhere between 50 to 70 active serial killers in the US at any given time.
Wow.
It's fucking you wonder how many of them he ran across and didn't realize it. It's fucking creepy.
Yeah, finally got it fixed where I could change that thumbnail on the flight with the complimentary road, the drone. That's what I've been working on the chat GPI for, right? GPT.
GPI.
GPI. I'm thinking of crime scene or something. GPT. That's how I wanted it to look right there.
I don't know.
I wanted it like that. As they complimented the attackman, they replaced my compliment and said, "Did you hook them up?" You know. That came out all right. It'll sit out there. It might be clickbait now, you know. I was about to ask Lance what was going on. I thought he maybe stuck it in his back pocket and it had a hole in his pocket or something and he didn't have underwear on or something.
Yeah, Dusty, it's it's we've had it for a couple weeks now, but yeah, it's been raining pretty consistently.
Hey,
Definitely
Dusty.
more consistent than last year.
Yeah, we've had showers on and off all day today. Like rains for about a minute, couple of minutes, then stops for a few hours, then rains for a few minutes again.
Yeah, it's just if it gets It was starting to get really just too dry around here. A lot of the lakes were getting kind of a little bit stressing. Some of them were getting that low. People were noticing.
Mm. According to our weather forecast, we should be getting rain every day for the next week.
Aren't you lucky?
No. We would definitely rather not have it.
Yeah, they're like Washington, dude. It's just raining there all the time. Like Washington, not Washington D.C., but Washington where Lance lives. I believe it
Yeah.
rains there quite a bit.
Well, the name, they give all the towns and cities nicknames on CB. Well, Manchester was always called the Rainy City.
See, and I came from an area in California where it only rained maybe 2-3 weeks out of the year. That's about as much rain as we get if you added
Yeah.
it all together. Of days it actually rained.
That's
It's
Might
about
not
very
even be that much.
that's about as
yeah.
much sun as we get. Yeah.
I tell you what you did get though, you got dust storms every once in a while.
Oh, dude, those were wicked as fuck, though, dude. They'd have to shut the freeways down because they'd get so bad. And my
Yeah,
dad's
we had
house was probably
we,
1,000 yards from the freeway.
Mm.
we had one go through 29 Palms. We saw it coming because you had that big open area. You saw it coming, and we were inside when it blew right through within like 15 minutes. But I mean, my car was covered with sand. I had pits in the windows. I said, Lord help me.
Oh yeah, dude, it'll fuck a car up, man. I've seen literally sandblast somebody's paint right off their car.
Yeah, I'm just going to say you
Yeah,
start the day with a black car and you can't find it then because it's turned silver.
yeah. I remember when I drove home from 29 Palms when I finally got stationed back here. First thing I did was change my windshield because I had little pits in it.
Yeah, use a buffer with toothpaste.
Yeah, there
And I
was
wasn't doing all that work. I had
the last
insurance.
the last one I remember being in. They had shut the freeway down, and the CHP cars were taking 10 cars at a time at like super slow speeds down the freeway. But then it got so thick and so bad that everybody just had to stop and park on the freeway and just sit there and ride it out because there was nothing we could do. I was in my dad's house, and like I said, we could see the freeway from his house. It was right in front of his house.
That's a bitch because your cabin air filters will clog up real quick.
Yep.
But I don't ever remember them lasting more than about 4, maybe 5 hours. Just depended. I don't remember them being like an all day thing.
That's long enough.
But you would see it coming in for sure. Like you see a big wall of sand coming, just slowly coming at you like a big wave.
So how did Baby Shark get brought into this?
Let's keep an eye on the chat every now and again. Who the hell's talking about Baby Shark? Oh, yeah.
Randy.
I don't know, either that or his kids listening to it. He wrote it by accident.
Huh?
Hey, Dusty. Talking about Dusty.
I know it's because he's normally
Yeah,
watching
honey, that's
TV.
the one. Madeline McCann. Yeah.
God, I remember when Baby Shark came out. Fuck's sake. That got played out everywhere. Yeah, it's easier said than done though. Yeah, he doesn't really like going to the doctors.
It's funny, I went and took 3 a leave, and it's kind of not causing me a problem right now.
Randy Paul doesn't need to wait until after the show to go and lay down.
Mark, are you flashing us or what?
Hmm?
Are you flashing us?
What do you mean flashing you?
Well, your square keeps going on and off, and
No, it's because he's looking at his phone screen.
Yeah, I'm reading the chat, which
oh,
means
okay.
the camera's right next to me head.
Because I think you can't get I don't think you can get YouTube chat when you watch it on the TV neither, huh?
No, you can't.
Aleve
That's
capsules.
stupid as hell. You should be able to at least look at it, whether you could type in it or not. I mean, even by today's standards, you should be able to type in it as well.
Yeah. No, I've not got YouTube on the TV at the moment anyway.
No, but it'd be nice if you were able to pull the chat up on a
Yeah,
big screen
it
like
would
that.
on a big screen. It'd make it a bit easier. Although the TV is still too far away for me to read anything on it.
I ordered 2 kilograms of silver silk plus BLA. I'm making a 2.1 kilogram Skyrim axe with rosewood handle. Oh, nice, Randy. That's gonna be a hell of a project right there. Because I'm assuming it's to scale, right?
Yeah, it looks good.
Are you going 100% on it? On the infill, Randy?
He's doing a flower pot, like what you got? For tip?
No, he's doing a Skyrim axe out of rosewood with a rosewood handle. Dude, you should try to do one of those R2D2s, Randy. Like the real extensive one where there's like 3,000 prints for it. Yeah, it'd be a nice little like a year-long, 2-year-long project for you. I mean, but imagine the satisfaction when you finish that all up, though. Well, he's got enough printers, dude. He could have prints running for days. Okay, yeah, he's doing it to scale. Yeah. You could do 100%. Yeah, I definitely would on something like that. Because I know, what's his name? He was Canadian FPV flyer. Can't think of his damn name now. I haven't said it so long, but he,
Captain Drone.
no, started with an M.
Man,
Yeah. God damn it, what's his name? But he did a to scale R2D2, like a movie quality version of it. And actually, I think he ended up selling it to a movie production company.
mm,
You'd know who I was talking about if I said his name. I just can't think of his damn name. I know it starts with an M though.
mm.
A life-size Groot.
Mm.
Holy shit!
Academy is
That
giving
had
me
to have been
a
big.
$20 reward.
Ah, Marcel. That's who I was talking about.
Oh
Mike.
yeah, Marcel off axis.
Yeah.
Which used to be a lot longer than off axis. He's shortened his name, hasn't he?
Yeah, Marcel did a whole R2D2 though. And I think it had all the electronics and everything in it. But it took him like I want to say it was like a year or two to build it. It was a while. God damn, that had to have been I guess depending on what scale you did it to how big he was in the movie at the time. That's a big ass fucking print, dude.
Mm.
Okay, my son's calling. Yeah.
What's up,
Did
Dougie?
you see the video of the escape guy they have on the news? No, Dusty. What escape guy? Is that one of the prisoners from Louisiana? Because I sure shit wouldn't have came to Florida. Okay, I can't see Tim, but apparently everybody else can. The chat.
Oh yeah, Tim Jackson and the eyes.
I can't fucking see it. It's not showing up for me. Somebody click on his name for that YouTube account and put the uh link in there for it so I can go to it to see if I can figure out why I can't see him.
Go to channel.
Yeah, I need a link for it. So I know because I tried to look up the other day, but there's like a bunch of Tim Jackson channels that don't
Not
have
even.
any pictures or anything.
It just has a black circle with a T. 12 subscribers.
Oh, nice, Al.
And I've just had to subscribe to him.
Dude, I was looking at the ones out of the resin. It's the big resin brick, and they
Share
put the city skyline in there with the nuclear bomb going off. Oh my god, so badass.
link. Okay, get back onto chat again.
All right, I'll check my messenger. Hold
I'll just put it in the link in the chat, Justin.
on. All right. Let me see. Yeah, it doesn't let me click on anything to know.
Yeah, he's on his phone account, he says.
Maybe if I subscribe to it. I don't know. That's the only option it's giving me. Fuck. And I've checked in my studio. He's not in any kind of block thing. I don't know why I can't see that channel.
And Paul's just made him blue.
Oh, let me refresh this chat. See if that. Nope, still don't see him.
And he's just in as
Yeah, those are sick, man. Those resin. Here, let me go to Etsy. So everybody else, if they don't know what we're talking about.
and Tim's at work.
Yeah, these fucking things right here. These things are badass. I love that. That would be a cool nightlight to have. Or even just a little light on your desk. Pretty good detail too.
Well, you do know that Justin isn't a co-host, don't you?
You should be.
No, he isn't. Just me and Joe.
Yeah, and then some of them aren't bad priced out. Like that one's only $50, but I've seen people selling almost similar ones and they're wanting like 200-300, something ridiculous for it.
There you go, Justin. See if that makes any difference. He's just made you co-host.
Oh, not a fucking thing. Yeah, I don't know what else to do because it didn't give me any options on his channel for that.
Oh, has Tim blocked yours?
No, because it doesn't. No, that's not the thing. It's not, neither one of us are blocked each other on that one. But for some reason, I can't see it. I can see his other account, his main account.
Mm,
I remember when Tim got that Starlink, so he must be getting replaced.
Yeah, he's getting a full upgrade. And all they want is the old equipment back, so and now they're paying for the shipping for it back too.
Cool.
So he's getting like the next generation up equipment. So he'll
right.
probably have a lot better, even more solid connection than he already had.
Yeah, it says he's been off for 5 days because it went.
Yeah, he was saying he's going to be
He's still
back.
got another 5 days to wait before his new one arrives.
God, that sucks. Must be coming from the US or somewhere else. It's taking that long. I bet it's coming from the US.
He's getting the Generation 3 kit.
What's he getting? What is it?
Starlink
Starlink
Gen 3.
Generation 3.
They're
Oh, that's
upgrading
nice.
his system
Hey, Tim.
because his old
That's nice.
system took a shit, so they're upgrading it. And
Yeah.
he doesn't even have to pay to send the equipment back. They're going to send him a shipping label and everything.
You need a broccoli? You want a piece of broccoli?
Mm.
Okay, I'm coming get it.
That'd be awesome too if everything fits right in the box they send it to you. Just put everything back in there.
Hello, Jim. How you
Hi,
doing?
Jim.
Welcome.
What's up, Jim? Turn around, go right back to the damn.
He says he's suffering from Fortnite withdrawal.
Like I said, dude, like I've said but a million times before, you don't realize how much you use the internet till that bitch goes out.
Mm,
Because most people can't even watch TV without the internet anymore because you're literally running a Roku or some kind of device off of it, you know?
and I can't make house calls without the internet.
Yeah, exactly. Even house phones aren't traditional house phones anymore. They just
Yeah.
run through your router.
That's it. They're all IP, whatever the hell it is.
Yeah, it's basically Google phone, just over the internet. Same thing as Google phone.
Give me that.
Yeah, well, they used to have a name for it. VoIP.
See, Paul?
What you got?
That was what it was. Voice.
Broccoli.
Oh, the
That's what they're gonna.
frozen.
Frozen broccoli. That's what they're gonna get.
It was Voice over Internet Protocol.
Will they
VoIP.
eat it?
They taking it right now from me. They love it.
Some
Is
guy
you-
Mark, I watched some guy unbox a phone from like let's say it was like mid to late 1980s, and it was one of the first video phones.
Yeah.
Do you remember those?
Never had one, but yeah, I remember.
Yeah. But they just didn't seem to take off, I guess.
No, they didn't. Not really. But it's only the same as the Alexa with the screens on now.
JD wants to know if your dogs eat broccoli.
Yeah, that's what they're doing.
Tim says he's using a hotspot at
They
home
love it.
just to watch TV.
She got like 4 pieces of it. Each of them got like 4 pieces of it. They should be happy. That's it. I'll give you some fresh frozen fruit later.
It'd be nice to see Starlink do some more collaborations because they've already done that one with Apple, but it'd be nice to see them do it with Samsung and Apple to incorporate more of their system into it, their phones.
Mm.
Apparently, I think it was it Al that said or was it Daryl? I think said he used no, I think it was Daryl said he used the new Starlink text messaging on his phone. He was out in a bad area, and apparently it worked pretty well.
Now, is that Daryl or his other brother Daryl?
What? I'm missing something.
Yeah,
Yeah, Newhart. He said,
it was an
"Hi, I'm
old,
Larry. It's my
it was
brother
an old,
Daryl and my other brother Daryl."
from an old television series.
Yeah,
Of,
Newhart.
he was Canadian. No, was he Canadian or was he from New England?
I thought it was New England, but it could have
Yeah.
been Canadian.
Hmm.
Yeah, they'd be all three of them standing there.
Was
And the
he
one
called?
guy would have like a axe or something, or he had something else in his hand. Every time he saw Newhart, he said, "Hey, how you doing today? I'm Larry. This is my brother Daryl and my
What's up,
other brother
Donald?
Daryl.
Yeah, it was Bob Newhart, wasn't
New
it?
England, Vermont. There you go. I knew it was. I thought it was New England.
Yeah.
See, that's how we get Donald in here.
Hey,
Oh,
Donald.
Oh yeah, that was just like cell phones were outrageously expensive back then too. Well, how much was one of those suitcase phones?
Hey,
Those
Jim.
things just run you a couple grand, wouldn't they? Joe?
Oh yeah, a whole bunch.
Like,
I remember the cell phone I had, the original one, the big old freaking one that looked like I was carrying a backpack.
Hmm.
That sucker used to be like $4 a minute, something like that. I got it because I was running a photography business, and after the first month of it, because you paid a service fee, then you pay by the minute, and the service fee wasn't bad. It was like 40, $50. I get by with that, but then I made two or three. I was giving out that number, and then I found out how much money I was spending a month. I said, "Oh hell no!" So it was just for an emergency, you know.
bro, remember the Motorola Dynatac, the 8000 X's, the big ones, the big bricks, the big long ass antenna?
Yeah, I remember those,
Yeah.
like in Night in Roxbury.
Yeah. Exactly same phone, yeah. Dude, those when they released, people think phones are expensive these days. That phone was $4,000 on its release date. Now you're adjusting that. That's back in the 80s, dude. Now imagine what $4,000 adjusted for today's prices.
Yeah,
That'd be like 7, $8,000 probably. That's crazy.
here be going. And then that was while he reached over there and break the window with his head. That
My
was fun.
dad, yeah, my dad had one of those cell phones back in the day, like $8 or $9 a minute or some crazy shit.
It was, if I remember, I don't think it was that high. It might have been like $1.50, $1.80 a minute. You had so many minutes, but then once you hit that, it was like $1.80 a minute. And I can remember I was giving that number out to brides and stuff, and I'd booked the weddings and everything, and they called me, asked me a question. I talked to them for 5 minutes, and all of a sudden I got a bill. I said, "Oh, hold on, call me at this, text me, and I'll call you back." You know,
And
Yeah,
then back in,
Randy, if you don't live in one of the big cities, pretty much everywhere else in Australia might as well be in the boonies.
and I remember all the way up till probably 2006, 2007. Dude, remember the big ass itemized phone bills you'd get from the mobile companies?
yeah,
It'd tell you every number, how long you were on the phone. It would tell you every fucking text message. Like it just had all this fucking over information about your bill. And you get a fucking booklet every time they sent you a bill.
yep.
I found my old singular wireless flip phone long. It's about a year or two ago. I found it. I was like, oh man, it took me back.
Magic.
All you had was Snake on your phone.
Oh, that lady.
Remember that game?
Stretch it. You're doing a good job. Stretch it. Yeah, he's here standing up, stretching his leg and stretching it back and forth. I think he pulled a muscle.
Who, the dog?
Yeah. Because what he does, he's jumping sofas all the time. And every once in a while he'll jump in the land kind of funny. And then he'll stretch the leg a little bit, then it'll be good the next day.
Huh.
He's not looking like he's in pain, you know? It just looks like it's aggravating him. You need me to check and see if it's a nail? Oh Lord, I say that and you go hide in the corner. Was it good? Cleo's over here looking at me like, you got any more of that broccoli? Go lay down. Yeah, I gotta get her to where when she really wants something, that's what I'm gonna give her, just broccoli or the green peas. The beans, actually.
You could always really confuse the dogs and buy some purple broccoli.
Yeah. Well, they like the purple red cabbage. I
Mm.
was gonna go get one the other day, and I looked over there, and I didn't. I went to go get it, I left it. I will get one. I will get one because that red cabbage, I could slice it up and freeze some of it, and then take it out when I need it. And like all I need is little strips of it. And you ought to see. You throw it on the ground, they bump each other out the way trying to get it.
Mm.
Yeah, I did too. I had a beeper and I had a cell phone. And the only reason I called you on a cell phone is if I had to call you because you beat me.
Mm.
Isn't
Cell
red
phone wasn't used for anything except emergency.
isn't red cabbage actually purple?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's purple.
Why the fuck do
Red.
they call it red cabbage? Why is it not purple cabbage?
Johnny made that name. He's colorblind.
Don't know.
It's about as purple as you can get.
I prefer it pickled. Pickled red cabbage is great.
It sounds good.
And what the fuck is purple broccoli?
Yeah, it is. It's broccoli, but it's purple in colour.
I don't think I've ever seen that.
I've never
I've
seen
grown,
it. That's
I've grown it.
some of that old shit in England. Yeah.
I've grown it on the allotment.
You know, if you growing it and you throw some food coloring out there, probably get up in it. Water it with food color and let it
You can
pick
get
up the
all
colors.
sorts of weird coloured, all sorts. Believe me.
No, you said pickled red cabbage. Every time I
Yeah.
go to the grocery, I look for it and I can't find it.
Mm.
Pickled sauerkraut.
No,
And
no.
pickled cabbage. It's just
Yeah.
sauerkraut.
That's what I thought.
No,
I've
not
never
really.
seen it in red one though.
Sauerkraut's not actually pickled.
No.
All right, just hold on to that statement, Donald.
I think
Oh.
it isn't sauerkraut done in brine, not in vinegar.
Yeah,
Probably.
it's a brine, but I think there's vinegar in there and there's other things.
He got it in less than 5 seconds. You see that? I was waiting for him to pop in. I was counting down to 5, 4, and I got to 3, and he popped in and said, "Formation is a type of filling."
Yeah,
There you go.
It's
See?
fermented.
5 seconds. I told
Yeah.
you he's coming. Listen to me. No.
Yeah, it's fermented in brine.
Why you guys do this to me?
I know
Because
he
it's
was coming.
fun.
Okay. Fermentation and pickling describe sort of the same thing. You can pickle in vinegar, or you can ferment something and it creates its own vinegar of sorts and is a fermentation process. If you want pickled red cabbage, Joe, all you have to do is go get a red cabbage, slice it thin, put it in measure out the weight and put in a 0.02% of that weight as salt, pack it tightly in a jar and wait 2 weeks. You'll have sauerkraut.
Yeah, but that's
There you go.
sauerkraut, not pickled red cabbage. Pickled red cabbage is done in white vinegar, which
Well,
turns red
uh,
because of the cabbage.
okay, well, fermenting is a type of pickling.
Yes,
So
but
it would be pickled red cabbage.
it's not the same though.
It's not the same way that you want to describe it, but it is a word that has a culinary meaning.
Yeah.
So a fermented red cabbage would be a pickled red cabbage. It doesn't
Yeah.
matter if you like it or not. It's true.
It's as pickled beetroot. You can buy beetroot, which is in vinegar as well. Sliced
Yeah,
up,
you can.
even whole.
It is possible. We do a lot of most dill pickles in the U.S. are pickled in a vinegar brine.
Mhm.
And yes, that is a type of pickling. Far better, I think, as far as flavor, is when you pickle with fermentation.
Mm. Then you kind of just producing alcohol.
Well, you're producing vinegar, and alcohol is a byproduct of that process.
Well, yes, I know vinegar is an acetic acid, though. Yeah.
Hey, JD put some stuff in there
Yeah.
on y'all's conversation there.
Brine often using vinegar. Or fermentation relies on natural microorganisms.
No, not Brian.
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 Yes, Brian.
Brian.
He said Brian.
Brian. Is
Fucking
it Brian?
So I can do the ultimate pickling, human.
Yes, it is the same thing because when you're pickling, it involves preserving food in an acidic environment. Yes, in an acidic brine. Putting the salt in, your lacto fermentation provides that acidic environment.
Mm-hmm.
Fermentation is how you create vinegar. So when you're pickling with vinegar, you're basically stepping that lactobacillus, the lacto fermentation. You're skipping that step on the food and just using the byproduct of fermentation to stop any microorganisms. They're both the same thing. One thing has basically more steps, and I will tell you, I'm gonna just guarantee you, if you have pickled cabbage, if you have like sauerkraut from the store that is just pickled versus fermenting it yourself, oh my gosh, the flavor difference is out of this world.
There is a difference because I don't like sauerkraut, but I do like pickled red cabbage.
Okay.
It is a totally different taste, to be honest.
What's up, Lon? So Pizza Hut now has you order a $7.99 order online for delivery or carryout, and then you get a free pizza later on of your choice.
Hang on.
Guess that's not a bad deal.
Not a bad deal.
Is it for delivery only?
No, it's delivery or carryout.
You go do the
You can
carry
order,
out and
you
you don't have
can
to
order
pay the
like
delivery charge.
you
Right.
can save the delivery charge in that.
Well, if you'll
That's like
excuse
Domino's did that at one point in time.
me, if you'll excuse me, gentlemen, I am now going to bed because I've got to be up in 6 hours.
Yeah.
Okay, buddy.
Yeah, good luck tomorrow.
See you there.
We're thinking about you.
Thanks a lot.
Because if you get it delivered, you got to pay a delivery fee and a tip,
Oh yeah, you got
all that
tip
crap.
room, all kinds of
That's good.
bullshit.
That adds up.
Yep.
You're better off picking it up if you're getting that deal. But I mean, especially if it's only like a mile or two from your house.
You go to jail, put her in jail. They're arresting somebody. This woman saying she didn't do anything. She's traumatized. Leave her alone. So she's grabbing the cops and hitting the cops. Then they just lock her up too. Until they start doing that every time, it's gonna keep happening.
Taking 3-0 minutes to Black.
You heard the other thing there, Justin, they're having a fit about the ICE agents and wearing masks, right? And he came out
Why?
and he said, the reason my ICE agents are wearing masks is because y'all taking videos of them and then targeting their whole families.
Oh, it's not uncommon for certain, even police officers, you know,
Yeah.
they'll cover their faces up if they're part of like some kind of like, I don't know, special group doing some kind of special cases or something like that.
Yeah, one of the bystanders said, I'll put a bullet in your head. He got arrested. In Louisiana, if you threaten a cop like that, if you say anything like that, it's automatic felony.
Every body cam footage I've ever seen around the entire country, every time somebody threatened one of them, they immediately arrested them.
Yeah. They had that domestic, the kid, that the parents wanted him out the house because he was arguing with his sister and he was giving them a hard time, and Justin arrested him. And Justin was arresting the father because something happened with the father. And then the guy that was they wanted him out the house too. And the son walked up there and started giving Justin a hard time and pushed Justin. And Justin grabbed him and locked him up. And so Justin's bringing him to jail. And the kid says, "You think you bad, huh? Like this, I'll be out of here before you know it. I got people to get me out like this." And they get him out the car at the jail, and Justin got his body cam rolling. And the kid says, you think you bad, huh? I'll catch you out in the street. I'll put a bullet in your head. I'll take that gun from you. Like that. And he goes, "Well, you're not going out the street for a long time now." He says, "Well, it's just my word against yours." He said, "No, your words are on my body camera." Like this. He got charged with that. He's been in jail for 3 months, refusing bail. They won't give him bail. And he got a rude awakening, let's put it that way. They called Justin when he was here one day after he resigned, asking him about the thing, and he was talking to him. He says, "Yeah, he ain't getting out of jail." He said he's gonna either have to plea on this and go to jail for a while, or we're gonna convict him of it because we'll get the body cam.
Well, I finally found my earbud. I don't know if you guys remember me losing an earbud
It was in
a
the
few
chair.
months ago.
Was in the chair?
Yeah, I'm taking the couch apart to move it downstairs. And I could hear things rattling in there. I pulled out a bunch of toys, but also an earbud. But I already threw away the other earbud in the case. So, oh well.
Yeah, I really like the couch I got. It's got the one I have in storage right now. It's got the Velcro so you can pull the bottom off
Yeah.
and get all the crap out. Makes it real
Well,
easy.
you can mostly with this. But there are a couple of nooks and crannies that you got to take the staples out.
Why are you moving it downstairs?
None of your fucking business.
You notice I didn't ask you. I wasn't about to ask him.
No, the kids pretty much have destroyed. Well, this couch is old anyway, and kids have pretty much destroyed it. And so my wife wanted a new couch, and so we're getting a new couch tomorrow. I don't know where this is going to end up going, but I'm making room for the new couch. Does anybody need a couch?
Put a section of it in your room so you can take naps there on your lunch
Hey,
break.
Don, sometimes like the moving company will just take that away.
Yeah, they might. Probably
I
not.
wouldn't give it to him.
It's still
Sometimes.
It's still okay. It just needs, in fact, once I get things put back together, I'm tightening things up as I'm working on it. So it may actually go back together and be just perfectly good. So I wouldn't just give it away. Pretzel.
There you go.
You dare me?
Yeah.
No.
I ain't gonna do that. You sick. That's nasty.
No, who licked that one before it got put there?
We also have a couple of Fruit Loops. We have a block, a race car,
There you go.
a W like tile from something or other. I have no idea what that's from.
It's a game.
Well, I don't know what it's from. It might be a puzzle. Got a little skateboard. And a headphone splitter. All kinds of fun stuff on that couch.
Find any money?
No,
Wow.
you have to have money come into the house to get it lost in your cushions. I never carry change around anyway.
Randy said he needs a couch, but not a dirty, beat up one.
Well, if you don't mind a couch that smells just a little bit of sex, you can come by and pick it up. Tim, you know I've made proper ramen. I've sent you pictures of a decent ramen bowl.
Did he see that video you did?
I think he did. I think I sent that to him. My wife's not gonna be home for a while. She's getting her hair done. I guess it's a fend for yourself night.
Randy.
The baby video, Tim. I'm pretty sure I sent it to you. I think you may have commented on it.
There we go. Here, I'll show it real quick.
You go get the Shin ramen.
It's not proper ramen.
No,
Yeah,
I did not go to a proper ramen shop on the way home at 10 o'clock at fucking night, idiot. Yeah, it's instant ramen, and I made it. I added some shredded carrots. I added some green onions from my garden. I'm eating it with chopsticks to make me feel fancy. I was trying to have a special goddamn moment, and you just have to jump up and say it's not proper ramen. You're not doing it right, Dawn. Well, eat shit, Tim. You go get the Shin ramen.
It's not proper.
Oh god, that was funny. uh,
Let's see here. Two deviled eggs left. Mhm.
yeah, that was a clip from my live stream, Funny Honey, that Donald took and did some little fancy AI editing up stuff to it.
I sent via Facebook Messenger to Tim Jackson on May 16th at 10:32 p.m. Babies fight over proper ramen.
Brought the receipts.
So somebody has me on mute.
No, you're not on mute.
On Facebook Messenger.
Oh.
Oh, I think I got some strawberries that are getting ready to turn. I think I'm going to mash those up and make a strawberry syrup and then use that tomorrow on either French toast or pancakes. If I have sugar, I've got sugar down there.
The victory.
Traffic, go ahead.
We're all here at Blue Water, Marysville, approximately 8 hours. Look for checkdowns and the parts will be found in ballast or calcite.
All right, Tim, you're at work. Probably missed it. That's fine.
Traffic out.
Yeah, I'm surprised nobody sent this. Nobody else sent it too.
I think the baby Tim looked better than the baby Dawn.
The baby Don.
Mm-hmm.
Did you show that to your wife?
She's seen it before. Oh, the video. Yeah. I thought you were talking about baby Dawn. Okay.
Oh my god.
What? It's a carrot. I never stopped talking to you, Tim. I'm officer friendly.
Hey, Justin, Woot had a special today of a Mini 3 DJI Mini 3 drone with the DJI RC1,
Uh-huh.
$419.
What site is that?
Woot. It's
It's kind of like back market, isn't it?
WOOT. That's part of Amazon.
Oh, yeah, that's
It
right.
was a clearance sale today, and they said limit 10 per person, per customer. They sold out in about 20 minutes. I'd had the money to buy 10 of them. I'd have grabbed 10 of them and then flipped them. You probably got at least $100 more for them. I've been satisfied with $50 more.
Yeah, so most of that stuff I ordered apparently is coming directly from China. So I knew Amazon was ordering from the same people. Just
Yeah.
want to try it. Two of the items I got the same day, but the rest of them are all coming from there. Give me
Well,
some weird.
I ordered 200 dog pads a couple days ago. And 'cause I got them, they were cheaper than normal. So it's just let me grab them now. And they usually send them a big pack to a box. And they said
Right.
they were shipping them separate, right? So I was looking forward to getting the two big boxes to give them to Justin so he could have some boxes to pack. They laid them out on my thing out there. All it was the pack with a label on
Uh,
them. Assholes.
You know, what'd be fun to do is buy a pallet of unclaimed mail just to see what's in it. Or like the ones that go to the airports and they buy or they get the auctions of unclaimed baggage.
Yeah.
Guy finally came and fixed our stove yesterday. It's been broke for like 2 weeks. You had to put a whole new control board on it. Donald's Kitchen gives me such 90s vibes.
Get up, I need a bigger pot.
That's something that. Sunset 7:59. Lord help me.
Said sunset.
Yeah,
Or are you gonna try to go out and catch it?
I don't want to. I kind of want to, and then I kind of don't want to. It's like I might. You missing another ship, Paul?
Yeah, that's the
Yeah.
Clyde and Van Ankerburg. I was thinking about getting them, but because we're supposed to get some heavy storms overnight.
Do you ever fly off your balcony, Joe?
Yeah, that one time the drone came back, there was a Neo. Flew it off my balcony and flew it around and came back. And when it got to me, it raised up, hit the top of the thing, and tried to take off again on its own. That's why if I had the Air3S, I could take off from inside of the house, go out to the sliding doors, fly around until it returned to home, and it'll come back and land right where I took off from. Right, Donald? I said if I had an Air3S, I could take off from my living room through the sliding doors, fly around until it returned to home, and it come back. Oh, it's
Maybe.
supposed to.
So maybe.
It's supposed to.
I've never tested it that far.
Johnny has. Johnny's done it out of his garage, around with the cars and everything. Flew.
Huh?
Had
Oh,
it
I've seen people do it.
Had it facing out, and took off. And when it came back in, it came in, got to the point, turned around, facing out, and landed.
Mhm. I've had it return to home in regular situations. I've never
All right, Joe, let's
tried
get
to
a live
challenge
test.
the return to home.
Oh, let's get that live test going, Joe. You
I
can go
don't
get
have
that
one.
sun, you can go get that sun shot. You know, you have to leave the living
Yeah, right.
room.
Yeah, but around here, still, you see, Johnny could jump right out of right out from his backyard and get sunset pictures because he got a tree line, and he can make it look good. It looks crappy here.
See, the problem I would have with doing that is that if you're flying it out of your living room and then up and out, you're flying beyond visual line of sight.
You
Unless
got a
you go
point.
outside, and if you're going outside, you might as well go outside and take off from there. But yes, it's supposed to be very good at the return to home. I just haven't
Yeah.
ever put it through one of those tests.
Yeah, the other day Johnny was doing it out at the park, flying it from underneath the gazebo, flying from on top of a picnic table, and making it come back.
Mhm.
And it was doing all of that except one time. Came back, got above the picnic table, looked down, and wouldn't land. Just stayed there. Said
See,
they
that's
wanted
what
to know if it was safe.
that's what I'm concerned about. Except for the one time, it's like
Yep.
why do you put yourself in a situation where you might get into one of those? Except for that one time,
It's not a situation you needed to be in.
maybe I'm just too cautious.
Yeah, no matter how good those drones are, they can always fail. Something can fail on
Yeah, I know one that did.
them. We saw the stick movements.
Yeah,
Saw
you
you
flew
pushing
that for
forward.
yourself.
I don't care what the stick movements are. I
The
could
data
have
was
had it
there.
full speed towards me. It's not supposed to.
The
Fly
data
full
even said
speed
Joe
towards me.
rolled, didn't it, Joe? I said the data
They
even.
said they actually told me the roll had nothing to do with it.
You told him that
I
wasn't
said,
the
but you
drone
told me
rolling.
it
That
did in
was
the
you,
beginning.
right?
They said I did a roll, that's why I didn't have time to stop.
He was
And
rolling
then they said,
around on the
well,
ground.
it rolled after it hit you. That's what they said. Yeah, because I threw the bitch. You know, that's why I was rolling, because it was rolling away from me.
Anybody see it happen?
No, it was nobody there. I was like, why didn't I have it on? Now, whenever I fly the Mavic 3, I screen record. Why wasn't I screen recording? I'd have loved to have had that video.
I mean, honestly, if you're just popping your drone up to fly it all the time, you might as well just record all the time. You never know what you might catch.
Well, I'm recording on the SD card, but now I'm doing the screen record, so I'm getting the recordings on the controller.
Okay.
So if something happens to it, I got that recording anyway. That's going to be a norm now. I'm going to start doing that all the time. Because you never know. If a bird takes it out, at least I got the video showing the bird took it out, you know?
That's it for the night. He's an adult. You're a child, so it doesn't matter.
They ever call you about your gutters, Paul?
No, I forgot to call.
Call them back tomorrow. Or go throw a few peanuts up there, let the squirrels dig it up.
Well, I could always get the ladder out and do a little at a time.
Yeah, go ahead. That'll work.
I could do that. I could start it right now. Okay.
Yeah, with that hurt neck of yours, that'll work.
Here we go.
What's he doing?
He said he's going to get on the ladder.
For fuck's sake. At least turn the camera on so we can see it.
No. I was thinking. Yeah, he's just playing. That hurt neck, you can't even probably lift the ladder. You got to play around, grab that ladder, and break his windshield of his truck.
I can
What?
hardly move.
When asking my wife, it's like, let me make some strawberry sauce out of those strawberries in there. She's like, no, I'll still eat on them. It's like they're gonna go bad.
Are they bad yet? I'm getting close.
They're getting pretty soft. They're not bad though. There's a couple that have bad spot that I'm tossing, but most of them are good. Like, you're not gonna eat all those. Just let me make some sauce out of it. But making some French toast tomorrow with some
With some broccoli?
nice strawberry sauce. Be yummy, yummy.
That's a big storm coming over top of us. What you going to do, Paul?
What?
What are you going to do?
I was thinking about go get my chair. I start tightening up when I sit in this chair too long. But
Surprised you are.
I'm not gonna call it because I know you guys want to do this. So
You want to call it? You can.
Yeah, I'm good.
what's that, Joe?
Yeah, if you want to call it, you can. We're all right. Stop. No. Not getting no more broccoli right now. Wait.
Justin, you keep changing your name.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
I took my name off of there.
Yep.
I didn't like I was putting my whole name on there.
Like that?
I don't want that on there.
Oh, yes. Tell me I've got some lemon juice.
All right. I guess I'll jump off.
Okay, everybody. I guess we're gonna shut her down.
All right, I'll catch you later.
We'll see you in the morning. Bye for now.